spare tire. Same with the car, nobody ever checks them. In this case, it's at 30 psi, normal pressure should be 90. This is the crank, and this is something you'll find on SUVs and any vehicles with bigger wheels. You just take this thing and you're gonna rotate it. When I got under here, I took this, I was able to put WD-40 on it and some anti-seize and get it to come off okay. It was just too rusty. It became distorted and then it just snapped off. I cut this and I'm just going to weld a new one on that's a little bit bigger. I'm going to go from 1/4 inch 3/8. These electrical plugs, when you come across stuff like this, I took them apart and then I put the silicone based grease right here and put them back together, worked them a few times. Now this one I think is for the hitch. They put undercoating and you see that up here, and wherever there's undercoating, everything's like brand new. Now from the factory, this was cut with a blowtorch and the edge was very rough, so I ground it a little bit to smooth it out. This was a ground here, so what I did is I took that off. Of course it was rusty. I wire brushed it, put the silicone grease, put everything back together. These also use what's called a nylock nut. If you don't want to do this kind of stuff, and I don't blame you, imagine trying to fool around with this nonsense on the side of a road because you got a flat tire, right? And even if you say, well, I'll just call someone, they'll come out and help. When the guy comes out, he's going to say, where's your spare tire? He's going to want to be able to access the spare tire, charge it up with air, and install it. I cut the threaded rod to length, and now I'm about to weld some washers on the end of it. After welding the threaded rod in place, I fit the bar to make sure everything was okay. And in the corner here with the wiring, I just added a zip tie. I told the owner I'm going to get new tires once they're done. Come back. Okay, here's how things look. This is threaded rod, available at any big box store. It's inexpensive, and the advantage is you can cut it to any length you need and basically create a bolt. This is not threaded rod. How do we know that? Well, it's not continuous thread. Second thing is it's galvanized, because we can see the gray. And the third thing is it's got a square head here, which I couldn't see last night very well. And finally, the square head tells us that it's a carriage bolt. It's a good idea to ask yourself, does your RV even come with a spare tire? Because many newer ones do not. I recommend dropping it down, checking the air pressure, and getting familiar with how everything works. Thanks for watching, and good luck on your next adventure.